1937 election, voting was restricted to two types of people. Either you were educated of a particular status, or you had a property of certain amount. It was not a universal suffrage as we have now. It was a very limited suffrage. And in the 1937 election, Congress, being the party which was fighting for freedom, and the only other parties were those supporting the British government. The Justice Party, Madras, some other party like that in Bombay and West Bengal. So Congress didn't have to spend a lot of money. A lot of us, for example, as students, even I used to go in processions asking for votes for Congress, votes to this. In those days, there used to be a colored box. Each party had a colored box. Congress chose yellow. So the yellow box was, you please drop your vote in the yellow box. That is what we used to say. It's like, but that was a very restricted election. It is not like what it is. And I don't know if there are many countries where there is such universal suffrage as we have. One unfortunate thing I find about, I am a Telugu speaking man, belong to Andhra. There is a vast difference between Andhra and the other South Indian states I find. The other states are very particular about using their own language. Tamil, Kannada, Malayalam. But unfortunately in Andhra, there is a hell of a lot of mixture of English with Telugu. Pure Telugu, and very children are not even learning Telugu. That is so Telugu is suffering actually, and there are some people who think that Telugu may even disappear from use in due course. I don't think that will come to that stage. Sure, somebody will take some measures to see that. But only yesterday I found Love Failure. A cinema is named Love Failure. Telugu. Why? They could have named it Prema Vifalam. Love Failure. It is a sort of modern version of Devadas. Instead of, they did not call it Devadas because there are already several movies come in that name. So they wanted to give a different name, Love Failure. Like that, any number of movies in Andhra have English and Telugu combination.
Why do you think it's happening? Why is the language?
I don't understand. There have been many people who have been protesting against it at the highest level. There is a commission in Andhra government intended to see that Telugu is used more and more in government and rest of the thing. They are also helpless. They keep complaining, but nobody is bothered. I don't know why this particular even a servant maid, when she is going out, she says, Amma, I go to the door pettuko. What is the door? Where she is not even literate. Door pettuko. Solitude is no more difficult than door. Husband and wife. Telugu says always mothering. Any number of people use only husband and wife. They don't use the Telugu term. My husband. My wife. I don't know.
Maybe it's because of the software jobs.
There was I always quote one sentence which struck me like anything. There was a discussion among women's group in a TV program about problems of working women. So the opening, there will always be somebody who will start a discussion. That lady started like this. Husband, wife work చేస్తూ ఉంటే చిల్డ్రన్ని కేర్ తీసుకోవడం చాలా డిఫికల్ట్ అండి. There is nothing in this which you cannot say in Telugu, which everybody knows. మొగుడు పెళ్ళాం ఇద్దరు పని చేస్తూ ఉంటే పిల్లల్ని చూసుకోవడం కష్టం అవుతుందండి. There is nothing very difficult. I have no difficult word I have used anywhere. It's a daily used word. హస్బెండ్ వైఫ్ వర్క్ చేస్తూ ఉంటే చిల్డ్రన్ని కేర్ తీసుకోవడం చాలా డిఫికల్ట్ అండి. మామూలుగా ఇంట్లో ఎవరైనా ఓల్డ్ పీపుల్ ఉంటారు, ముసలి వాళ్ళు అనకూడదు. I don't know why. I am intrigued by why we are all so enamored of in Andhra only. I find many TV channels, Tamil TV channels, they have programs of Tamil discussions and all that. Young fellows speaking for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, not much English, single English word.
Kannada, they very particular.
Same thing in Kannada.
Kerala, okay.
Huh?
Kerala, always been only Malayalam.
But I don't know why this particular. I insist when my servant says pure petco. I tell her not to wake up. I don't know what you have said. Then she says tolupu petco. There. Talk English rather. I don't know English. You are talking English. I don't know English. So, literature,
And language.
I mean, the language is going through I think, a big revolution because of this mixture and all that. And also the popularity of Telugu is going down in schools. Most children want to go into English medium, and to score marks they find Telugu is more difficult. So they take to Sanskrit, they take to Hindi or some other language than Telugu. And many people afterwards find that most people I find on an average 90% of the people stay in their own state after they finish their employment. 90% is only in the state. Some 10% may go out into other states or into abroad or something like that. And for these 90%, when they start working in the state, they find their knowledge of the local language is not adequate. That has been happening. For example, lawyer just now Karthik told me, he wants to practice in Bangalore. He wants to take to legal practice, not go to a company like Krishnamurthi. He wants to practice in Bangalore. So I asked him, do you know Kannada? That I can speak. It will not be enough for a lawyer to say I can speak with Kannada. What speech can you make in Kannada? You can even about say where does this must go or something. But in a law court, you will not argue. And it will give you a great strength if you can say quote from some Kannada literature or something like that. But he does not know any Kannada. He says, I know Hindi. But even Hindi, I don't know how much he knows. But it is also because we have not fully changed out our mother tongue in government transactions and between transactions between people. And it has been the worst in Andhra.
Because here I think they are insisting on Kannada.
Tamil Nadu apparently is
Always
doing very well.
This recently Vijay wanted one certificate. They said it has to be in Kannada. His forms is in Kannada, you should put it up in Kannada. So he had to hire somebody to translate.
So I don't know. I mean, for example, normally Telugu, when I was young, it used to be said every alternate fellow in Andhra is a poet. Every alternate fellow in Tamil Nadu is a musician. That used to be the saying. But today I can't say that about Andhra. We still have only a C. Narayan Reddy, and he is almost my age. At one time, we used to have regularly a flood of Andhra, what you call, kavis. One after the other coming. But after C. Narayan Reddy, I don't hear of any great.
I don't know so much, but at least I know C.
And even now, he is the man. Every time there is a Telugu literary meeting or anything, Narayan Reddy. And he is 85.
Talk about
So there has not been any great contribution to Telugu literature. Telugu language is actually languishing in my view in the last 40, 50 years. At one time we had simultaneously Vishwanatha Satyanarayana, Devulupalli Krishnamurthi, Venkata Parvati Sarkavulu, Divakarla Venkatavadhari. Like that, I mean, you could name at least half a dozen great scholars in Telugu. Today I can't talk of any such scholars in Telugu.